6 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Let's get this show on the road.
Before you say anything, prepare to shut the fuck up.
Screw me. I ripped ass at the ATM.
McLovin! Nice!
Sit back, relax, and enjoy Irrelevant Platitudes with your hosts, Peter Benici and Lil Dazil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire!
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to episode number 5 of Irrelevant Platitudes. We are your hosts, Peter Benici and...
Lil Dazil, bringing you a relevant commentary on all things pop culture, dating and relationships.
Yay, we did it and didn't make mistakes, and I remembered all of it.
Like last week.
Yeah. It's funny that happened at the start and we got rid of that like ages in, and then the 3 months break
Just
or whatever.
adapted through, yeah.
And then it's okay the first week back,
Whoop, whoop.
and then afterwards. It's just a heavy week, man. Are you very thirsty, right? I'm very thirsty.
This is the first week that I've forgotten. Yeah, but I haven't drank it.
Drink
anything?
of the week.
Drink. Drink.
Okay, friend. You're drinking the Peronis, the imported Peronis.
I'm a big fan of beers.
Those.
Just watch me like make it frost completely over though.
Yeah,
okay,
don't
watch me.
don't damage the equipment. How was the week, my friend? My accomplice? You can be my accomplice.
I wouldn't help you murder anyone. I'll drive
boring,
the getaway
wouldn't
car.
you?
I'd drive the car. I was actually discussing this with a friend the other day about like what level of extension in terms of crime I would be willing to be. Yeah, but an extension too, like what by default. Regardless, semantics. The point being, I would do the drive away car. That would be about the extent of what I would
Getaway driver.
offer. Yep.
You
Anyway,
cuck.
I'm not saying I'm going to commit a crime. I'm just saying, you know.
Oh, correct. You can't.
If it were to, just to specify. And also,
being a medical professional would suck, man. You can't even have fun hypotheticals.
You got to filter things, absolutely.
Damn, dude.
But also part of the reason why I probably don't, a little bit like that. It do be.
Go.
I do try to, I guess, reserve a lot more than what I usually would say back to you in retaliation because, I don't want, people with beliefs probably more closely aligned with yours or even some of the controversial kind of comment. I wouldn't be able to say that or speak to that, which is a shame, but, you got to do it. That's not your question. What was your question?
How was your week?
So my week has been really full on. We've got a new housemate in the house who is really nice.
This was the one that you guys
met online and then he's now living with us. His name's Griffin. He's very cool.
I would love to have seen Locke's interview style. It would have been the best.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really interactive, which is great. New housemate. I celebrated my mate Mike's birthday where we went to Blue Lake with a few mates. So that was nice.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Friend. I don't have a happy birthday thing.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I've been working, obviously, as we do, except that today I did my first autistic assessment with my client. So that was like 3.5 hours.
Shit.
It was exhausting.
Really?
Yeah, really, really long process. I was really dysregulated, but I'm obviously okay now. And this was one of my clients that I have seen before for like therapy purposes. Yeah. So it was super chill, which was nice. And then after I did my sex ed group again, the one that I've created and programmed and done all the things for.
Yes. How did that go? Did you get feedback on the first week?
Yeah. So it was pretty quiet, a bit awkward, but we only had one parent that was kind of concerned that it was like really quiet because the other facilitator with me who didn't write the program, I did. So obviously there was a bit of nervousness.
Yeah.
And we didn't have much content we went through because the first week was just about setting the agenda.
Yeah.
They thought that we were a bit too quiet and that they were concerned and that the space was a bit awkward and that the parents didn't get enough information. Happens on first sessions because there's not much to say.
Yeah.
Today I took over because we're doing alternating weeks. Yeah. So I got to info dump because sexual behavior is like my special interest.
Yeah.
So it was great. I definitely talked more than I needed to, but the girls were so much more interactive, which was awesome. Compared to it.
Is it just for girls?
Autistic identifying girls, women, and also they thems for individuals who are non-binary.
Yeah.
And it's just been, today was just relieving because the first week was so silent. And so I brought it up. I'm like, so I don't know about anybody else, that was awkward as hell. Yeah. And they were all like, yeah, it was really.
Because they're young, right?
Yeah, they're like 14 to 19-year-old girls.
Oh my God.
You know, and being autistic as well, like a lot of individuals go into shutdown or it's overwhelming. And I mean, talking about sex at that age is super awkward, about it at that age. Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I was so much more comfortable in my own space. And so I think that helped reassure them and, you know, got good feedback from them at the end. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then when I spoke to the parents, like I info dumped on them about what we'd just gone through.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, wow, that's so great. And like they were kind of like giggling and laughing. I mean, I did have a talk about like consensual nudes and stuff. I'm like, look, you need to remember it's illegal. It's child pornography.
Yeah.
But there are people here that are going to do it regardless. I was one of those people when I was younger.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to do it safely. So harm minimization.
That's the thing that you grew up with. And like, there's not that much age difference between us. But
Mine
that just wasn't a thing.
I had my nudes circulated around school and I've been slut shamed through the ringer, dealt with all that while the same people who slut shamed me sought sexual advice and like tips from me. And I never understood that because, you know, probably autistic brain was like, oh, but people want to be my friend. No, they just wanted access to information and then to slut shame me.
Yeah.
But I am so much better off having had the knowledge and to be able to speak with the girls about it today. And,
That's
you know,
exactly right.
some of them were able to actually engage and give information that I didn't even have access to. And I was like, fuck yeah, keep adding. Like, it helped me learn so that I can educate better as well. Yeah. So it was a killer day despite it being exhausting. But yeah, so not much else in the life of Lil. Pretty boring otherwise. But how about yourself? How have you been this week?
This week's been the same, more of the same, really. But I forgot to say that I went to the Masters of the Universe exhibit. That's where this came from. It's on in the city just behind Emporium. So they've got an exhibit of collectible toys. We've spoken about my nerdidoms.
Yes, but it looks very pretty there.
Beautiful.
Like the way it looks
they've got some
set up there.
Stuff that's like not really in Australia. It's really cool. I nerded out. I actually went by myself, believe it or not. That's the thing. I think I'm going to be that guy now that goes to like exhibits and installations alone.
But is that not a bad thing? You get to take it at your own pace. You get to choose how long you stay there for. It's amazing.
Yeah. And I think because it was something that I wanted to kind of go through slowly. But that was really cool. Work takes up the rest of the week. Training is going well. Coach is going well. We can move into actual podcast stuff because people,
TikTok.
I guess, are like, do the fun
or
shit,
Instagram,
dudes.
Reels, whatever.
Oh, yeah. So with those Reels and stuff, they're popping off. Thank you, everyone that like likes them and shares them and stuff. The two of them now are at like, I think they're over 5K each, which is awesome because they're both, one's like 4 days old and the other one's like a week old.
Yeah, and we're just getting that generation and traction.
I'm going to be doing heaps of that. They're really cool and apparently really well received. So let's go and get some more of them.
Yo! You got done?
Sorry.
Tick-tock, motherfucker!
Need to reset it, sir.
No. Oh, it's not playing audio. So, and they can't see it either.
Oh.
Now they can.
Oh, no.
Okay. Let's go. Control R.
Control
R.
Yeah, I'm his boss, yeah.
Actually, I'll mute this. So, for everyone listening, I'll have to break this up now because I'm going to clip them. So then, now I have to be smarter. For everyone listening, it says being a reference for your friend. All right.
I can already know where this is going.
And I'm not going to comment again because I'm going to clip it.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
What's it doing? It's performance anxiety on the Instagram.
We all get like that sometimes. Just needs a little bit of support.
Yeah, I'm his boss, yeah. The best employee I've ever had, ever. 13-inch penis. 3 hours early, every shit. He wouldn't even shit on the clock. No, he shit in his car on the way home. I'm being serious. No, it's fucking huge, yeah. Like $95 an hour. Literally, I let him fuck my wife. Like, that's how great of a guy he is. It's like he got a fire hydrant down there. Airport security. Fuck, he is a security. Yeah.
That's gold. But that's such an accurate depiction because everyone's all like, can I put you down as a reference? I've done that for many, not to that extent, but I've definitely blown my friends up.
You didn't say how big their cock was?
I'm just like the whole, I will actually speak to not their flaws or anything, but areas they could improve on, but in a genuine way.
Talk you, mate.
No,
don't.
Never like that. But it's like when you're being asked for feedback, it's actually better to offer something insightful. So you say they're actually, and you do it in the double whammy kind of way, they're a really wonderful leader. So they're excellent in teams. Sometimes it just means, the shared goal space, like because they're so passionate and direct about what they're doing.
So one of my really, really, really good friends, I love you to death. I won't use your name. You know who you are. May have actually said that someone was lazy on their reference.
You'd be a shit friend.
No, he's a really good guy, but he's such a nice guy that he didn't.
But genuine for the job. If this person's going to get laid off later, you want to be genuine about the job, right?
But that was, was heavy, man. Next one.
Lazy's an interesting term. Oh, I know this individual.
Your body will literally tell you what it needs. All you have to do is listen to it.
Go fuck some bitches, nigga. Damn.
I'm trying.
You guys know this.
Just the fucking whingy voice
so
to that.
good.
So fucking accurate. Oh, it do be like that sometimes.
Oh, it's all the time when you're single as a male. All right, this one is it's pure savagery.
Marry someone right now that your parents picked out or be single for the rest of your life?
I'm an orphan.
Would you rather marry someone right now that your parents picked?
How could he not disappear up his own anus? Like, if you're being interviewed like that on camera, like, wouldn't you just be like, yeah, no, totally. Like, I wouldn't be like, I'm an orphan.
I think it's great. Deadpan humor's the best.
Yeah, but that's like a statement, and it's just look at him. The lean, he was awkward leaning as well. Like
just the eye movement, I think, says it all.
You poor son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Let's get into some dating stuff, hey?
And all the while, you're just really wondering, are we going to get hopped up enough to make some bad decisions? Perhaps play a little game called Just a Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
All right, wide. This week's topic is 5 do's and 5 don'ts for dating.
Valentine's
Not
dating.
for dating. Oh my god.
Valentine's Day.
Sorry.
We've been through some tips with dating, I think.
Yes. 5 do's and 5 don'ts for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
You are going to cover the do's and I'm going to cover the don'ts.
Can we go through it like one at a time each? Because like I've not
because you need
planned
time.
or
You need time to
written.
think.
Yeah.
Well, I can go first, but then you have to interject with mine.
I
So,
will.
You know what?
And then I'll counteract.
I've got 6 in case. It's
Cool.
For do's. Because the do's are kind of easier anyway.
Yes.
My biggest one for Valentine's Day every year is don't be that person that poo-poos Valentine's Day.
Can you explain
I'm going to explain it.
what that means?
So every year there is a small pocket of society that get all shitty and get all upset that Valentine's Day is this commercial event.
I mean, it is.
And
It's
it's all-
capitalist based. Like,
Well, no, it's the sun. It lands up with the festival of San Valentino. There's a guy that like died for a whole bunch of stuff. There's actually a religious base.
yeah, I
to it.
mean, let's also think about Christmas in that way. Anyway,
That's what I was going to say too, because Christmas is commercial and all that sort of
and
stuff
it's a pagan
too.
holiday,
And it's like, do we not? So the point is, it's a holiday
To celebrate love.
in general.
yes.
Right? It's not even partner based. You can like when
I
I,
think
was
the
single,
way it's been
I would hang out with my mate Geordie. We'd go out for
advertised and
dinners
marketed.
and stuff. Like you can do things. I think be positive.
My Valentine's Day
Yeah.
thing as well.
Be positive and enjoy it. It's another day to enjoy love.
Love is
There's-
love, and love is great.
It's
And
fucking, it
kind.
makes people happy, dude. Like,
does,
don't be that
dude,
one
that
miserable person that
oxytocin.
needs to make that stance that, oh, I'm single and Valentine's Day is bullshit. It's cool. People enjoy it and it makes them happy. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, do you see all the Muslims shitting on Christmas when Christmas comes? No.
I mean, I feel like
They
that's a
just do their
very
own thing.
different extreme, but sure.
Yeah. But it could be the same premise. They get all upset that everyone's all fucking happy that it's Christmas. It's like, and it just reminds them of the Crusades. Not that there's anyone left that's even remotely linked to the Crusades. But that's my point, is just be happy, enjoy it. And if you can't enjoy it, suffer in fucking silence, please. Next one is, don't feel like you need to have a Valentine's Day, Valentine, if you don't have one.
Yep,
already.
I agree with that completely. I think there's
Yeah.
a lot of pressure placed on either having someone
Yeah.
for the day or that it is tied to your worth if you don't.
Whilst it is really cool to go to singles events on Valentine's Day,
Oh, I should sign up.
there's
to.
heaps of those, heaps of speed dating and heaps of clubs will do like little, and that's actually, like, I will admit that is really good, and you'll actually meet people that normally wouldn't attend events because they're reminded of it and things like that. So they'll go to that to do that. Don't feel like you need to force yourself into a weird situation where you catch up with a mate that's single. If you don't have any single mates, like I said, just chill. It's like
The day doesn't even
it's
need
a
to be
day.
celebrated
and
as
it's
well.
on a Monday this year, so like you'll work for
Yes.
most of it anyway, and you'll be fine.
Yes.
Okay, but so if you are diving in and you're doing everything, you're super pumped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a big relationship or whatever, and you're gonna do something nice.
Yes.
Don't overthink needing to do something big. So don't worry about grand gestures and stuff. If that's your style and that comes naturally to you,
Let it flow.
do it. If it doesn't, trust me,
Don't break
your
your
partner
bank.
knows that.
Yeah.
Your partner knows that. Like they're very intuitive if they've been with you for a long period of time. And if it's been short,
Then there's an expectation
and
that's
you,
being
and
set
you
as
blow
well.
it out like that, then you're setting yourself up for the person to possibly be disappointed later when you kind of ease off on it. So yeah, just do what comes natural for you.
Yes.
Don't go big.
Yes.
Contrary
I
to that,
disagree
though.
with this.
Yeah, I know.
You knew that I
But
would too.
If you're the one organising something for Valentine's Day, my personal opinion is don't split the bill. It's love. It's the day of love.
Which means sharing.
Which means sharing
bill.
and caring for those that you love.
Which is also
You can
splitting the bill.
Look, but effectively you can split the bill over another date.
No,
So they
but
can
it's a
get the next
special
one.
day, and so by that wouldn't you want to split the bill to show like each partner like we're equal?
Think about how
parties?
dope it is, right? Like when, because we've got friends that are quite generous and stuff. When someone just gets you a drink when you're out, like it's quite nice, right? Like you're like, oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
it is
Thanks, dude.
nice, but a whole, I guess, plan, which
Yeah.
most people do. It doesn't even have to be a great gesture, but usually it's going somewhere nice. It's expensive, and because it's Valentine's Day, a lot of people charge that extra surcharge.
Going
which
back to my other point of don't worry about the grand gestures. Do what you can
I agree,
afford.
but some people do tend to use that as an opportunity to splash out a bit because it's a more
I would point
specific
out
day.
that it might sap the specialness out of the moment if a person is brought to a dinner they didn't know was happening and had to split the bill. I would just be careful.
That I would agree with, but for the most part, people are like, oh, we have plans tonight. And so
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe a part of it as well is just the fact that I've not really had a Valentine's Day where it's been like fully special or anything in that way.
This can be planning for next year too. So like obviously we're going to drop this around Valentine's Day so
Hey,
people are fucked.
I could have a date on Monday. You don't know me.
I'm talking about our listeners. We need to help them. You're fine, okay?
Am I?
Yes, you're more
Okay.
than fine.
Thanks.
But yeah, so I would recommend strongly if you've organised the dinner and the other person is in the dark about the whole thing, don't split the fucking bill. Worry about it later. You can say, look, and if they feel bad about it, say it's okay.
Spot it next time.
Next time
for
we go
another
out
thing.
for dinner,
You
it's all
plan the date,
boo-boo.
you can control.
Do whatever the fuck you
I'll
want.
pay that. I'll pay that. I just need, I don't know. For me, it's a sense of
I know.
fairness.
A lot of people get really awkward about it.
I know,
It's
and
like,
a lot of people get angry at me for wanting to pay for
because
the
it
whole
gets awkward at that point, and the other person's trying to do something nice.
I don't do
Right?
nice.
Yeah, well, start doing it because you deserve. Everyone deserves nice
Let's not
things.
use the word deserve. I think that
Everyone
is
does deserve nice things. I think that's fair.
I
to say.
think humans have a
Nice treatment.
basic
That's nice
right
treatment.
to being
Treated nice.
treated as equals.
Yeah.
I don't think the deserve. I hate the semantic behind.
So you don't think
deserve.
your partner deserves to treat you nice?
I believe that my partner should, hypothetical partner, so not with anyone. I believe that it should be a fundamental thing where I'm treated equally and with respect. So no, I don't always believe. I don't think it's a matter of being spoiled
As
because
a very
I
good
deserve
friend of
it.
yours, if your next partner does not pay for dinner on Valentine's Day, we'll be having a discussion.
I would probably be the one who pays for it, but that's okay because
But
I
see,
like to
that's
plan.
good.
I like
See?
to do my.
So
But that's
understand that
where
it's cool.
Okay.
Next point before we get stuck on this one. Don't expect
Me getting
a specific
stuck on the
response.
only thing I disagree with you on.
Yeah. No, don't. Well,
But I've agreed with three of them out of
No,
three
but
out
you
of four.
kind of agreed with it anyway
Yes.
because if you did it, you'd pay.
Yes.
So I win.
Yeah. But that's because I like to plan things and be in control.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so don't expect a specific response from something. So if you do something big,
Yeah. Don't expect
it's
someone
not
to be
the
like,
other
oh my
person's deal,
gosh,
and
this
you
is
haven't-
amazing. Agreed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just hijacked your entire
yeah,
point.
you did. That's fine. I got it.
Sorry.
I still got it. I think you definitely need to understand that there is an element of randomness on Valentine's Day, and some people genuinely don't like it, and they'll come because I know it's important to you and this sort of thing, and you'll get them eventually. Trust me. I've had some partners that hated Valentine's Day in the past, and none of the major ones, but eventually they get into the spirit of it because it is nice to enjoy. Like if you look at life in general.
Oh,
It's
gosh.
fairly mundane, right? We have these little spikes, like we have, like where it's kind of socially acceptable to be happy, like New Year's, whatever. And I'm even down for the Chinese New Year shit. Like, get into that.
Yeah, it was recently Lunar New Year as well.
Ramadan, if you want to get into that, because they party like fucking crazy once that's done. Like, we should definitely sanction more fun. Considering the government just sanctioned a lockdown for however long,
We have a
take every
lockdown?
chance you can get.
Wait, what? Okay, I have
No,
not.
I'm talking back.
Oh,
back.
okay.
Remember the 2 years that just passed
Oh, yeah,
where we
with-
did nothing? That's what I'm saying. Enjoy it.
Emotional impermanence. It's beautiful.
And then I'm going to throw in another one there that's real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Don't leave booking anything for the last minute.
Yeah, 100%.
Going back to it, if you've left it too late, do something cute at home or like go out and chill.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe grab a cute gift if you can.
Yes.
But do not try. This
at
year,
home.
I've tried to book things in. It's like it was a week away, so I tried to book it on like Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
Everything's gone. Everything good's gone.
Yeah.
And you just need to understand. You just adjust. So I'm going to do something else.
Okay. Yep.
And then
have a backup plan. Maybe that's
be adaptable.
Actually, no. Let me go into the do's after. Yes.
Yeah. Be adaptable. That's what I'm stealing shit from you. Cool. Now, the do's.
Number 1, be adaptable. No, just be flexible. So kind of following off from that with the don't leave the booking to the last minute.
Yeah.
Plans when they are, and I've learnt this the hard way, when you are so specific about the way things need to go, Murphy's Law comes in and wipes it clear. So you need to kind of have a contingency. So if you're someone who's organized or at least likes to be in control of things when you're overwhelmed and feels that this day would bring that on, I know I definitely would, have a contingency plan. If things don't work out as A, have a plan B and then have a plan C if you're a type A human. Yeah. If you are not and you're more lax, go with the flow. Like Nooch said already, kind of just have a backup plan even if it's at home.
Yeah.
Do number 2. Anyway. Make sure that if you are going to celebrate the day, that it's specialized and individualized to your partner rather than generic. It doesn't need to be a splash out like you've mentioned.
Yeah.
But if you are going to celebrate it, make it more personal. Like this is a partner, ideally, if it's with a friend, these are people that you obviously have a lot of love and care for regardless of the dynamic. You want it to be special, right? That's the whole premise of the day. And so I guess to follow up with that, I do like a 2B of the 2A component. And that would be give love in the love language that is your partner's, not yours.
Yeah.
So a lot of people get this wrong in relationships. So my love language is words of affirmation. So I write poems about people or for people that I really care about, or I write letters. That to me is my love language. Do the people that I write it for love that? Probably not, to be honest, because that's not their love language. Maybe it's acts of service. So maybe it's doing things for them. Maybe it's... That close to mic. Sorry.
No, I think you're fine.
Am I just loud?
No.
Okay.
I think that'll be good.
Or maybe it's just, I guess, so love languages, words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, gifts, or acts of service. So figure it out.
There's heaps of stuff you can do.
I mean, there's more than just that. And on the neurodivergent speaking, there's like info dumping and pebbling and all those kinds of things. So like cooking for people. Do whatever it is that your partner or your friend or the person you're celebrating with would actually appreciate, rather than the way that you would rather receive love. Because in dynamics,
that's hard though. I guess it is hard for people to interpolate if it's early on.
No, but you can also
don't
ask
panic.
them.
Yeah, don't panic if you don't know. But a lot of people like to surprise on Valentine's Day, right?
I don't know. Do they?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the big thing. Like you can just kind of do.
I don't like surprises.
Well, it'd probably be good to know that, right? Like
I need information. Yeah.
But that's probably where we would mismatch completely, because I very much enjoy like the risk of it, and then like trying to fix it if it's
for
fucked.
other people.
Yeah,
but I don't like having surprises.
Yeah.
So you need to throw me a surprise party, but then tell me about it and just not tell everyone else that I know about the surprise.
Yeah.
That's what a few friends.
I forgot what I was going to say, so we should go into something else.
Okay. Number 3. Sorry, I shouldn't be numbering them, should I? I don't know.
No, it's
just helping me to stay on track.
Yeah.
Let me just think for like a 3-minute buffer. Elevator music.
Yeah, I feel bad that you didn't write them down.
That's okay. I like being on this. No, not really. I don't like being on the spot, but that's okay. This is good impromptu practice time. Another make an effort physically. I know that sounds very superficial, but I think one of the things, especially for like long-term couples more so, but also in terms of just short-term dating and the shortest way, it's really important, because a lot of couples get into this comfortable space, which is a great sign that you're going to have a healthy, long-lasting, enduring relationship. However, a lot of the sexual desire does go. And so people use this as an opportunity with this day to kind of reignite some passion, especially if they're in that space.
That. Yeah, that's huge.
So I think
let's buy some
no
stocks in
expectation
Honey
of having sex, don't get me wrong. Like some people don't want to, some people, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But making the effort, like if you're someone who, doesn't shave their legs but is okay with doing that and feels comfortable as a preference to do that, shave your legs, get a wax, buy some cute like lingerie if you're feeling it. As grooming, like shaving, faces, being more clean cut, unless your partner likes your beard and you like your beard like that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
just looking
do
more
something
neat and kind of bring in that chemistry. How you guys got to know each other if it's been a longer time. If it's new to the dating scene, you probably will be consistently at it until the honeymoon phase ends. But I think it's important because, physical attraction is such a fundamental thing when we first are meeting people. And it tends to deteriorate over long-term relationships.
People expect it to naturally progress and they just allow it to die. You got to put effort in or it's going to go.
Absolutely, because you need it to be consistent. And look, complacency is different to comfortability. And I think that's a very key difference that needs to be identified. So, it's fine to be comfortable, but, splash out, dress up a little bit, make it a fun day. It's going to take work.
It's not a bad thing that it takes work either.
In fact, that's probably a sign that you guys are doing the thing right by, making that active effort. And it's a lot harder to after a long time too. But that would be number 3. Number 4, I would say do make a moment out of it with other people if you want to celebrate. So once again, kind of going against the don't of feeling like you need someone. You don't need someone. It doesn't really matter whether you're single or not, but like have a...
No, it's don't shit on it.
No, you said don't feel like you need to have a Valentine if you don't have one.
Oh, so, okay, I'm with you. Yes.
So I guess my point in speaking to that is just like, if you have a group of friends that are single or some are in relationships or, if you feel that you don't want to be alone and you want to celebrate the day, celebrate it. So I made an event for Valentine's Day because I'm single this year again. And I'm totally fine with that, but I want to celebrate with people that I love and care about.
Yeah.
I did cancel the event because I have severe anxiety, but the idea was really good.
It is.
So in theory, do something like that. I just need to learn to.
You need a mate that you can have dinner with on Valentine's Day.
Yes,
because I used to do that with Jordan. And we used to always on Valentine's Day just do something.
Well, I've got a date prepared actually now since I cancelled the event because I got really anxious and I'm like, I'd rather just a one-on-one interaction with someone I don't know.
Yeah, because honestly, it is very much a one-on-one feeling that is just kind of socially pushed through, and that's okay. It's okay to lean into the social normatives. It's not the end of the world if you enjoy just doing something that is bigger than you.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
That's why people enjoy barracking for footy clubs and all that sort of stuff. Something that's bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
You can go one more.
Well, it's number 5, right? Or was that 4?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Number 5, sweet spot number 5. Can I do like a do but not?
Yeah. Do at your own risk.
Do engage in sexual activity if you're keen, but also do not pressure your partner as the day is considered a love day. You are under no obligation to have sex with your partner or an individual on that day just because it's a special day to celebrate love. Love can be shown in many ways. Physical touch is one, but even then, giving a massage to your partner, it doesn't have to be sexual, and you should never feel under pressure to engage in sex. Sorry, I'm doing this. I can already feel that it's a sex ed program ticking in of consent being so important.
There's a big thing for dudes that
they're going to get laid if they do a special day?
No. Okay. That you're expected to throw down like it's fucking the end of the world. And honestly, if it's a Monday and most people are working,
I'm pretty fucking tired.
You could lean into can't be fucked syndrome. Like you just can't be asked because it's been a fucked week or whatever. Look, it would be good to show the effort and stuff, but it's okay to take the L and be like, I can't be fucked. I'll take you to the best dinner ever. I'll have the best conversation. But right now, I don't want to fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything remotely close to that.
Yeah.
I want to do all the other stuff associated with love because it's that's one small portion of it, whilst critical.
Unless you're asexual.
Not necessarily required.
Yes, absolutely.
And just enjoy the day the way that will make you happy because honestly, that will give you the best chance to give as much love as possible. There's no way you can show love if you're fucking shitty.
Yep, 100%. And participation, encouraged, but not mandatory.
Yeah, I think it's also worth saying too, if you CBA turning up to it,
can't be
communicate it. Can't be asked. Commonwealth Bank of Australia. Your Commonwealth Bank of Australia can't be. If you actually are one of those people that does poo-poo the day, and your partner enjoys it, and you can't fake it, just tell them. Yeah. Because that's important information to tell someone. Because heads up, there's another one coming next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and it's going to most likely be something that a partner needs to know that you don't really get behind certain events because you want to get into the moral fiber of the thing. And that's important too, because do you want to be with someone that gets hyped about something that you class as not important?
Yes. I've got one final do.
Nice.
Do show love to, if you're with a partner in this instance, do show love to your partner every other day.
Also.
Because it's so important. It's, yes, the day is, especially marked as a day to show love, but you should also be doing that generally. If you love your partner, they need to be reassured. They need to be reinforced that there's love there. Doing small things over time is probably way more important than one day a year. So ultimately, yes, it's great to have a really nice day. Go for it. Go nuts. Celebrate your partner in that time and space.
Low key, get something for your mother and or father.
No, that is weird.
No, it's not.
Do not do
that. That's because you're sexualizing Valentine's Day because you're not looking into what it means.
Because you can celebrate Mother and Father's Day on the time to appreciate the human then.
But the one person that loves you on this planet more than anyone, including your partners, you just overlook on the day where you're supposed to celebrate love, when you're going to hang out with mates. Why would you not get your parents something small to be like, hey, on this day where everyone's worrying about their partnerships and stuff, I think about you too because you're awesome.
I feel like...
As someone who teaches sexual education, there is clear lines between...
Okay, yes.
You don't sexualize your parents. It's just a given. And it's a worry that Freud, it scares you.
Let's talk about Freud for one. The whole Oedipus complex and all that.
That guy had problems.
Firstly. Secondly, everything you said is right. I don't disagree with that. Calm down. Let's not get your ego too excited.
No, but I know
it's correct. So many clients as well. Sorry. But in the sense of and this is just only speaking to my experience as an autistic person, I need labels and boxes for individuals. Otherwise, when the lines are blurred, I get confused.
Yes.
For me, the concept of Valentine's, yes, it extends out as a love day, and I can understand logically where your point is. The emotional, I guess, gauge for that is a lot shorter because for me, it's friends, which is platonic love. Obviously, sometimes that line blurs, but for me, I need it to be that specific.
Yeah.
And lovers, whether romantic, intimate, etc.
Yeah.
I would not
you can't manage that with your mum?
My family inside of that box because the box is different. They are people that I associate love with in familial love. So the boxes I place for Valentine's are platonic and intimate. And I don't have access to those boxes with my family because my family are boxed into specific categories of Mother and Father's Day being one of those. And the next things like Christmas and holidays periods where as with Catholic background, because that's dad's side, and Italian WOG family kind of background as well.
Yes.
I associate the things that we've celebrated as a family. We've never celebrated Valentine's in that way. And it's not that I can't see that we could. It's just that that's the way my brain doesn't associate it. So if you want to, I think it was an adverse reaction.
100%.
I personally don't do that because I need clearer, cut, defined lines. But if you want to, I don't see there's anything wrong with it. Sorry, I'm just
really
processing out loud now as I'm getting through it. Just let me go through the process of understanding
it's
it.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's really nice.
It's amazing. Really great to watch how you unfolding
No. I mean celebrating it with your parents.
I can imagine because they do need love. They do need appreciation.
I'll pose this question to anyone at the other end of this podcast.
Do not give anything.
When's the last time you bought your mum flowers?
My mum hates flowers. I also hate flowers.
There's something social behind that. That's
we
probably
hate jewelry
more
and we hate flowers. I think it's just that we don't follow
I'd deconstruct that and look at why.
I hate flowers because they die. Why would you have flowers? That's just
people
a waste
die.
of
Why date people?
I don't want to.
You do. Yes, you do.
I want to get to know people. I don't necessarily want to date them. Do you know how much heartbreak sucks? No, it is exhausting. I'm done loving people.
This is comedic, Bill. She definitely wants to date people. To anyone listening,
I'm on dating sites again.
People.
So yes, I do. But also it's really frustrating as well because people are irritating.
Yeah.
I really struggle with this concept. I'm I'm so picky and rude and annoying. And then
People die
like flowers.
So why bother?
because
that's what I'm saying to you.
They are actually communicative. You can embrace things. No, flowers just have smell. And then they die.
And they're visual.
Humans have a bit more than smell.
As well.
That too. But that's it. Humans have consciousness. You can actually ask them things. You can have a response. You can engage with it.
You're saying by your
are not
predefined,
sentient.
you've put it in this narrow box and you're like, because it doesn't tick these...
I box things.
Yeah,
I thought we've established
because it doesn't tick these criteria, therefore no one can enjoy them.
No, you guys can. I won't.
Yeah. And that's why, as an advisory thing to other people on the end of this, I'm saying, when was the last time did you buy flowers or anything for that matter?
What about, gift in general or maybe a card? Once again, going back to that
I would say to
love
anyone that
language.
poo-poos flowers and chocolates and things like that, there's something deeper. There's a reason.
Chocolate sucks, in excess.
I think
chocolate
the chocolate
is okay
industry
in moderation.
and their profit margins would also beg to differ strongly.
Okay, also another wait till after Valentine's Day to buy chocolate. It's half price after Valentine's. Discount chocolate if you like discount chocolate. Seriously, that's like $6 for Lindt, which are like $12.
Buy it for yourself. Don't give
treat
it to
yourself.
someone else afterwards.
No, well, it's not going off. It's just half price.
Actually, that'd be a good episode of Seinfeld.
Gross, you brought in Seinfeld.
It's the best show ever. You know they voted Friends as the best show ever? Yeah, I don't see how they do
To be fair, most sitcoms.
But what I'm saying to you is it's not going to do anyone any harm unless if you were to buy something for someone and there was a negative reaction to you giving them a gift, I'd reassess what's going on.
Don't expect a specific response when organizing something.
But if you get a negative reaction,
that's
when you've given
response.
Let me give you context. If you've given them a gift out of the blue and there's a negative reaction, I'd assess.
What if you know that they don't like surprises and then you've gone against it?
But you wouldn't have done it in the first place.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean,
if someone did that?
You knew, why would you do that?
I would agree. Why would you do that? But some people do things.
But that's a hypothetical.
It's a good question, though.
Hypothetical
Regardless, I'm hypothetically with a partner right now. So, like, hypothetically, what would you do?
What do you mean? So, but if I didn't know you and I bought it and you had an adverse reaction to it,
but you knew that I didn't like surprises.
But then we probably wouldn't date.
Yeah.
Because
so that's your preference.
Part of me, the excitement of being with someone is doing cool shit for them.
Well, yeah, I agree.
You have the same premise, right? Yes. But it's like so then.
But my partners usually love surprises. Yeah. I like when things are considered and thoughtful for me, but I don't like the surprise itself. I prefer knowing what the plan is. It doesn't mean I don't like the thought and the gestures of things.
See, so with someone like you, I reckon you could probably do it in such a way that I could give you enough that you wouldn't know what's happening, that we could just chill on the anxiety. You'd have to construct an elaborate system.
Thought, sir.
You'd have to construct an elaborate system where there would be enough information that could be bled through up until the event to still keep it a surprise. In which case, I feel like that would be fucking exhausting. And I'd be like, "Look, man."
See, this is why I don't do dating as well. I exhaust people. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Just thinking about that killed me. The news. We have good news this week. Well, it's good news for everyone except one man in Canberra. Following up from last week, Grace Tame, who is a boss human being who does not give a fuck about playing nice in politics. To anyone that is listening internationally, you won't know and or care.
Do we want to add our news button? Cool.
That's that one. That's the right one.
You were on that book.
No, I was something smaller.
Okay.
Okie dokie. News.
No news is good news.
Okay. So yeah, there was again the National Press Club. Like, I've never seen more National Press Club stuff in my life than I have in the last 2 weeks.
Ditto.
So I think there's been a turn in corporate Australia, where they do not like Scott Morrison anymore. And then all of a sudden, because
did you see the fucking text though?
Yeah.
Oh mate, retracted.
Yeah.
That's the word. Is that the word I'm looking for? What's the word?
She towed the line. She didn't. Yeah.
No. But old mate, on the opposite end of it, I'm not good with politics. Old mate, man, texter, the one on the opposite side of Gladys that was texting, he sent a message, and pretty much says like, "Oh no, I love him." Like, old mates. Great.
It's politics.
Well.
People, they all hate each other.
Hypocritical.
And especially like Scott Morrison. I think.
She goes to show how much.
Did I tell you? I might have said it on the podcast a lot because I love this fact about him. but his entire graduating class voted for him to never attend any alumni events until like there was like a 10-year thing on it.
That's hilarious.
Like that's how obnoxious this guy is.
I mean, he shut in everyone Macca's. So
everyone that what's that?
What?
What did he do?
ScoMo, he shat in Engadine Macca's.
What does that mean? He just pooped.
Yeah, he shat himself at Macca's in Engadine, which is like a really darrow, like white suburban area. It's like a massive thing. Someone did a massive text thread on I'll have to show you. It's hilarious.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's been a change in our big business where they're no longer a fan of him for some reason, which makes me scared as to what they're doing with Labor.
I'm sorry, my feet smell. I just need to take my shoes off.
But anyway, so he's been grilled by all media outlets, which virtually never happens.
Mm-hmm.
Politics hat on. That's not a good thing when that happens, when media is unanimously on one side, whether it's right and or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
If you're giving things impartially, there should be no sides. But saying that though, this issue is quite clear-cut. It's to do with sexual misconduct and all that sort of stuff and how he's been kind of soft on it and really hasn't done much. But
yes, but also speaking of Brittany Higgins.
The lady firing off first was actually R-worded in, was it Parliament House? It was a government building by her boss.
Yeah.
So,
and this was the controversy in the minister's office.
But it's good
that's been spoken to.
People like Grace Tame who amped up, and she'd already amped up herself.
Grace advocated and allowed to.
It sets an environment where
safe
someone like this that
share.
was kind of quiet now can get mad.
Well, and this was a thing that's been so hush-hush basically across, and this is where Scott Morrison's been, asked to speak on this multiple times. Yeah. And so that's partially why Grace Tame has made comments, especially given that Australian of the Year previously, she does have an assault history. So Brittany Higgins speaking up, especially as someone who was working in government spaces, it's huge. You can play now.
I was trying to make the face better and it got worse. Oh my God. Okay, going.
His sympathy as a father. I wanted him to use his power as Prime Minister. Some of his language last year was shocking and at times, admittedly, a bit offensive. But his words wouldn't matter if his actions had measured up. Then or since. I wanted him to wield the weight of his office and drive change in the party and our parliament and out into the country. And 1 year later, I don't care if the government has improved the way that they talk about these issues. I'm not interested in words anymore. I want to see action.
On the 17th of August last year, not 5 months after being named Australian of the Year, I received a threatening phone call from a senior member of a government-funded organisation asking for my word that I wouldn't say anything damning about the Prime Minister on the evening of the next Australian of the Year Awards.
Wow, that's
You're
fucked.
an influential person. He'll have a fear, they said. A fear? What kind of fear? I asked myself.
So
she's
just
a good
to clear,
storyteller too.
Yeah, she's embellishing a bit. So now the next bit she's going to say, because she's going to hit something again, this is an internal monologue that she's about to have and not really explain that because she's quite intense.
A fear for our nation's most vulnerable? A fear for the future of our planet? And then I heard the words, with an election coming soon.
Yuck.
So, no, she bled an assumption into something else. So, again, that...
No, I can tell. I can hear that in the monologue. But still, no,
but a lot of
she's
people
not
couldn't.
wrong.
I had to listen to it 3 times. So I just wanted to people that can listen to it
context
once.
for, yes.
Just give that.
And it crystallised. A fear. A fear for himself and no one else. A fear that he might lose his position. Or more to the point, his power.
I want to close by saying that for all the fear and anger and sadness that my time in politics has brought me, it didn't take away my belief in Australia, my faith in our democracy. I know our country can do better for women and girls.
You see me here standing tall, if a little bit broken.
Go break it down.
Standing on the shoulders of giants. Side by side with Brittany. Side by side with all of you. Together, making change, making history, but above all else, making noise.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that was good. But that's the thing is when you're making a point, you don't need to embellish. Like, just be.
No, but this was her experience
she got
in that
excited.
moment.
You can see.
You know, if she's passionate about advocacy, which she is, I can see why that passion would have lit up.
Yeah, of course, but you got to be careful because especially with something
If
that can
it's
be dismissed
easily to be
quite
misconstrued,
easily,
yes, absolutely.
You got to be very careful because then they'll pick it apart and stuff. But yeah, so it's good. It looks like he's going to be gone, but then I'm really worried
about who's stepping in.
No, but if big business are like Labor's a good choice because the way most of this stuff works,
Well,
the Guardian
are pretty pissy with.
I think the Guardian's owned by Nine, who are predominantly liberal leaning, and something's happened, and they don't like the Liberals right now.
Yes.
So, I would be very careful going forward into the next election.
Sure. It's in 2023, right?
Look, it should be today, to be honest.
I mean, but it's in 2023, right?
I don't know. They have because they announce it, like you know what I mean? Like they have a window.
They do let people know. Yes.
That's ridiculous. I think that should just be fucking. You have this period, and then there's an election every. Whatever. Like it's on this day every time.
Yeah.
You can't pick it. Like that's fucked. How is that a thing? Anyway, so into what
our last segment
trailer. Yes, Queer Eye Germany.
Put your hands up on me 'cause I'm almost famous.
No, you're not.
So it's going to be subtitled hard, but they're doing a Queer Eye Germany, and it's awesome. So with this one, I will chop it up and stuff, so we'll have it on Instagram, so you don't have to watch the whole episode. But it's very visual, and I'm not going to talk. I probably should because we'll get flagged.
Queer Eye kommt endlich nach Deutschland.
Full screen?
It's fully subbed.
Das ist mehr als eine Makeover-Show.
Oh mein Gott.
This isn't going to work on a podcast. It's not in English.
Dabei dein Leben aus einer neuen Perspektive.
Help you look at your life from a new perspective. Amazing.
Moin, Fab. Moin. Heute geht's für euch zu Marleen. Sie ist 18 Jahre jung. So wie ich.
You know what? I hope that's hilarious if you're listening to.
Ich verpasst habe. Ich habe das Gefühl, ich bin so gefangen und komme nicht raus.
Der Regenbogen, wie bringt Farbe.
Alright, I'll stop because it's just all in German, and I probably didn't think that one through the whole way. But yeah, so the German Queer Eye is coming out,
good, though.
and it looks to be a lot more fun.
Yeah, very lighthearted, it seems. I'm sure it'll have some serious moments in it regardless, but
yes. So that's that. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Get hopefully, or if this is coming out afterwards, because we don't know what the production schedule's like these days. I hope you had a good one. If not, and I hope these tips help you next year.
You got a whole year to prepare.
Just enjoy it,
or don't, and that's okay too.
Yeah, but
just
enjoy,
like the people
enjoy
who
not
are
enjoying
enjoying
it. Enjoy not enjoying it. Don't be a poo-poo head.
Yes.
Life is short.
No, it's the longest thing that there is.
Until there's nothing.
A morbid ending, but I actually appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Bye.
We'll see you next week, yeah? Bye.
What are you waiting?
Actually, before I say that, obviously go to our Instagram, IrrPlatPod, and then click our link tree and watch everything there. And subscribe to all the stuff, rate the episodes, because they're actually getting ratings now, which is cool too.
We're getting ratings.
We're on episodes.
Can we see it?
Because you can 5-star it.
Can you let me know?
Just look on Spotify. It'll tell you the rating on the channel. You can do it. You don't need to be guided. You'll figure it out. Bye.
Bye.
What are you waiting for?
Oh, the car's cold.
Get the fuck out of here! What fucking warming up? Get out of here!
You're the man. Get out of here. Thanks for listening to Irrelevant Platitudes. Oh, this will be perfectly in sync now when you do that too. Because of the delay, it wasn't in sync.
Oh, so it's just like out.
Yeah, a little bit.